Hey everyone, welcome to the PRS versus podcast. I'm Mr. DJ PRS, and on my side here I have Reikan of the Overly Critical Otakus. And here he is to explain what his channel is all about.
Hi guys, this is Reikan. I host a Facebook page called Overly Critical Otakus. It's shitposting memes, and we occasionally do Let's Plays now. Yeah, so that's kind of a thing here, and I'm here to help Joe out with his stuff.
So over here we are playing Persona 4 Arena. Excuse if you hear the people in the background. We are playing in my college game room. There we go, there's one of them. But so right here I'm actually challenging another YouTuber by the name of Slifs. I'll put his.
Don't taunt me, sir.
I'm gonna put his name in the description below. You should go check him out, subscribe. He does a lot of cool games.
Brr.
All right, so let's get this shit started. Right? Are you ready for some Persona? You ready?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Press OK, or
Quack.
yes, quack, quack indeed.
So what are we talking about today? What's the main thing?
So we're talking about controversy with Nintendo, Sony, and Evolve. Just recent gaming news, and first I kind of want to know, what are you playing lately, Joe?
What I'm playing, actually, I purchased PlayStation 4 during Black Friday, so I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed, Advanced Warfare. Yes, I know. Casual playing Call of Duty. I like it. All right, leave me alone. But the main game that I'm playing is Dragon's Age Inquisition.
Oh, you're playing that too?
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Very stressful. Very stressful.
What, on the PS4?
Yeah, on the PS4. It's
I random.
I got the DLC for it, the pre-order, so I'm riding around in the unicorn. It's ugly as shit.
I can't wait to get myself like one of the deer, the badass, majestic-looking deer.
Dude, there's deers?
Yeah, there are deers. You have all different sorts.
So majestic.
Oh man.
Different sorts of beasts that you can tame and ride in a non-sexual way.
But it's
Right,
now
that deer.
it's now like anime or something. So I always like that line you cross with like saying things.
We're not crossing lines with Dragon Age Inquisition here.
Yeah, they really did that in the first one. Had sex with the wizard and he gave your child to a dragon. Oh, sorry, it was a spoiler.
No, that's not really a
And how many
spoiler.
years ago was that? You should have played it already.
2009, I think?
Jesus Christ.
That sounds like a serious program.
So the main thing I want to talk about right now is the controversy with Nintendo and Club Nintendo. How do you feel about them, kind of just giving it up with the Nintendo points and all that?
I feel like they could have. I mean, did they give a heads up to everyone?
They gave a heads up after I couldn't figure what it's called. Nintendo Direct, something like that?
Yeah, the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
So how early was that before they started closing it down? A few months?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. I feel like at least they should have implemented some credits or at least some benefits to those that have stayed over at least like a good amount of time, like about a year or so.
What the fuck did you just do to me?
I absorbed you into a book.
See, this is why I don't play this game. This game is pure bullshit.
Says the person using Katana Jesus.
But to get back on track, the main thing that really threw me off was the fact that if you go online, still to this day, because Nintendo doesn't fully close up until like 2 weeks from now, they're selling their Club Nintendo codes for like 10, 15 bucks a pop, and that's like 600 coins here, like that. So it's really booty.
That sounds like something Disney would pull.
It's like with the Amiibos, like when they say they discontinue Mark and the Wii Fit trainer, that same day. Oh, you want a Mark Amiibo? $2,000.
Well,
That was only a rumor though.
No, I saw it.
Yeah, but I managed to get a Wii Fit trainer right after.
Fuck yourself.
it's always kind of a touchy subject when you give someone a free service and then you decide, oh, we're gonna charge you for it. That's when you cross a line from being charitable and just honoring your own fans to turning them into absolute consumers. And when you cross that line, you need to have some strict policies as to what you're doing and making sure that you're doing fair business practice. So when that happens, I don't know if Nintendo is doing their best to make sure they're doing fair practices in that way. So I do have a problem with that. And if they gave away free stuff, if you decided to pay for it, then I think it would be okay. But I don't think they're doing anything like that. They're just trying to get some cash, easy cash, with something that was really loved and beloved by their fans. And now they're just kind of going along with other trends that other companies do that are not gaming. So when they decide to do this, I think it should have been free. And now that they are not doing it and they're doing it subscription based, I think it's gonna go downhill from there.
Oh, it's totally gonna go downhill. Like, it's funny how you mentioned, you know, the whole thing for like the Dear Beloved, because my dumbass spent the majority of my coins on the Smash Brothers 4 poster set, not knowing that they were gonna release Majora's Mask for like 700 coins on the Virtual Console for the Wii U.
How much do coins even cost? Do they come in packets?
No, it's a code in your Wii case or your booklet when you buy something, and then like you put the code in and you have to do like a quick survey. How much did you like the game? Did you do this? I was bullshitted. Like when I got Smash Bros, they asked me how much what was the reason why I bought the game, and I put it because I was really feeling it.
So these codes are the online codes to install games, correct?
Games, you can get physical merchandise, downloadable merchandise as well.
And you have to pay to get these codes that you should be getting for free upon purchase.
No, it's upon purchase. It comes in the game case.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now if you're getting a used game, there's no guarantee that it's still good.
Yeah. But
do they have a refund policy?
no, because it's codes per customer.
See, that's another problem with digital merchandise. You don't know if something could be buggy or not. And if it does turn out to be buggy, then you're shit out of luck, unless...
Oh no, like, okay, so, I forgot, like, when I worked at this job for a while, and this girl... Fuck you!
That was over the win!
There was this girl that I worked with for a while at an old job that I had, and she bought this Animal Crossing, like, coin pouch DS holder, and she said she got it, it was all tatted up and stuff, so she just called Nintendo and was like, hey, you got me some broken shit, I want a new one, and they gave her a new one. It took a while though. Yeah, but bitch, take the fucking corner of the wall, little bitch. Oh, damn it. But yeah.
That's Nintendo screwing you over, basically.
Yeah. I don't want to say that because, you know, what Nintendo wants to do some shit. Oh, that's so bro.
But still, if the digital code is faulty, then the company should be responsible for it. It's like any other real merchandise that you would get at, like, let's say GameStop gave you a faulty game. They have a refund policy at least.
Yes.
It's like you turn it in, the game is broken, essentially. Let's say the disc was scratched.
No, this game is broken.
I think trying to prove that is still a little bit more difficult on Nintendo than it was if you are possibly on another side of the world there, because it's worldwide thing.
Sure.
I mean, if you could provide evidence such as screen capturing, and you could obviously see the game glitching out, then I think anybody deserves a refund. Origin, EA at least understands that with Origins. If you get a faulty game or you make a purchase that you didn't mean to, then they allow you to get a refund within a certain amount of time. And if you've never touched the digital copy and you never opened it. For example, I bought Sims 4, like the first week it came out, I bought it for a friend as a gift, and I bought a copy for myself. I accidentally bought 3, right? So I wasted, what, 60 times 3, 180? I wasted $180 getting Sims 4. And I didn't need that third copy. So EA decided to refund me within 24 hours. That's how it should be done. And that's a problem with Steam, especially because they don't have a refund policy whatsoever. Like, they release games even if it's unfinished or completely broken. So, Sonic Boom, and then there's... I forgot what this one game was called, but it was really overlooked. So, the entire game was really creative. I think it was a side-scroller. And then at some point, the developer completely lost their funds to create the game, and they just stopped mid-game. The game ends without any closure or anything. It's not even a cliffhanger. It's like you're walking to another level, and what should be a loading screen, the game just ends and it goes to credits. And they're still selling it on Steam. They're still selling it on Steam.
Since they use user-generated content, they don't have jurisdiction over that anyway.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
I mean, at least in Europe, they have policies that you can't sell unfinished games.
Ah, man, I love that shit.
It really just depends on what you consider an unfinished game, because there are some games out there where someone would argue that it's clean in every sense. Maybe that was the intention of the developer, just to be a dick, and that's the whole game. He never intended on an ending, but the game is complete.
But sometimes you could tell it's so obvious that they ran out of production money. Because it's already a shit game.
You get shit when you get shit, so you got shit. Which I understand completely, because, you know.
I mean, you can make very specific arguments and make very specific claims and definitions. That's how law and copyright works in general. Just really specific, that's how law should be. And I know it's situation to situation basis, but when you get to a point where you can't play the fucking game, then I think there's a need for a refund.
Sure.
And it's grounds for suing a developer for that. And I think there should be more cases for that. But unfortunately, getting a lawsuit is expensive.
And who has that type of lawyer money?
I don't know. But if it were me, I would bring up a lawsuit. If I had the money to. And try to make it a more international case. But one day, right? So anyways, with Nintendo has a good history of making good, complete games, so we're not really going to see that problem. But still, if, for my example with The Sims 4, buying an extra copy, that can still happen.
Yeah.
Or you can buy more merchandise, like more amiibo figures than you would want. And I think there's still a need for a refund policy for those cases. And I feel like Nintendo, with Club Nintendo, should at least have that. And since they don't have that, and you have to pay for these codes, correct?
Yes.
You have to pay for these codes, even though you bought it, correct?
No. Okay, so I think in my clarification kind of messed up that. What you have to do is you have to pay for the game, and the code comes in. But, like you said, you know, you buy a used game, or you buy, like a game from a friend or something, which once again is used. The whole point of that is to at least clarify. The whole point of that is to kind of explain the what's that word? I'll get back to it later. Watch, it's gonna come up in like halfway through the podcast. I'm just gonna scream it out. But since I'm lost, let's go on to the next topic. Evolve.
What about it?
It was released yesterday, correct? Was it yesterday?
The other day, I believe.
Okay, it was released this week. Air quote. But they're already talking about future DLC that is coming through, and one of them is a $15 monster that was taken from the original game. Like the original like schematics. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, this isn't new. Let's admit that. DLC culture, this isn't new.
True.
Have you seen Fable DLC?
You know what?
Have you seen Capcom DLC?
Dude!
You have to buy skins for $5.
But they did
And then there's EA too, where you have to buy individual freaking costumes. Yeah. And then there's also Tropico as well, where you have to buy outfits for like $3.
I understand that though, but that's shit that is extra. This monster was supposed to be in the game.
I'm trying to think of an example where content like that should have been in the game has been extracted just for DLC purposes. I want to point my finger at Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, pertaining like Far Cry and that?
No, probably more along Assassin's Creed.
Yes and no. Because
my memory fails me. And
okay, so as some people might know, if they follow me like on Instagram or Facebook, I'm a big Assassin's Creed dude.
Yeah.
And the main thing with that was, yes, there were some parts in the game that were meant to be that were meant to be in there, but were taken out because one, the game was gonna be too long, which I think a game should never be short at all. I'd rather have it long because then you get to experience more.
Yeah.
But with that, what they wanted to do was they wanted like people to complete the game, or if you kind of know the whole concept of it, like let's do Unity for an example. People shit on Unity because one, it's not like any of this other Assassin's Creed game. There's not a complete story. Go fuck yourself. There is a complete story. It's just like it's just like 2, but instead of it being in Italy, it's in France, and it's with Napoleon instead of the Pope. There's that free DLC that came out because Ubisoft has been fucking up with the game, which was the Dead Kings. That was supposed to be, not really a spoiler, it's just a summary of what it is. It's, you pretty much try to frame Napoleon for the shit that he did. And that counts as a story because one, it's based off of historical events. 2, you have your system gameplay that the only thing you're transferring over is weapons, not major equipment, and costumes. Excuse me. Every Assassin's Creed game has gotten new DLC costumes. DLC costumes as in this one, which was the companion app, and Assassin's Creed Initiate. You got the hookup on that. They gave you all the old assassin costumes. Some of them you had to work for, some of them you got paid. And things like that. But with DLC, it was DLC missions. I'd rather have missions than characters.
I remembered something.
Okay.
It was in 2012. There was a Capcom game called Asura's Wrath. So what they did is they extracted the true ending from the entire game and then put it as DLC.
Fuck, I want to play the game. Now I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so they leave the entire game on a cliffhanger and they put a paywall between, you want to finish the game? Pay like $10.
You know what? That reminds me of like that fucking Mass Effect.
Well, Mass Effect 3, what I remember is that they had an entire character race that was extremely important to the entire series, and they put it as day 1 DLC. So you had to pre-order to get that specific race, which was extremely important to the storyline, which could have been affected the entire story entirely, because it was apparently really mysterious to the entire story.
And that's when I say fuck you.
I mean, okay, I didn't mean to blame Ubisoft. It's mostly Capcom that pulls this kind of stuff.
Capcom's the one that does Marvel's Capcom, Resident Evil. What else?
When it comes to specific DLC cases that were relating back to Evolve, I mean, the season pass itself is $25, and that's extremely expensive for just bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember hearing in another podcast, if you want this kind of crap to go away, then boycott.
See, but that's the thing.
Like I know Evolve looks really badass, but if no one buys it, then this stuff will be not okay. I mean, we influence the market with our wallets. That's how gaming industry works. Yet we fall for this shit time and time again. And if you want this shit to go away, then don't buy it.
But think about this, right? You boycott it, right? You censor it, you put it all over the internet. What does that do? More media for them. Then they start purchasing their own shit. And they go, you know what? Okay, we won't do this, but thank you for buying the rest of our DLC.
I mean, there's always going to be idiots that buy it anyways. Look at Steam. It's the #1 top-selling game right now because of the pre-order.
Fuck that shit.
I know. So the internet already failed. So the next time a big...
Good job, internet. Not only are you broken, you're also failing.
I mean, what was the other disappointment? Assassin's Creed Unity?
No, it's not disappointment. It's a late bloomer.
No.
It's a fucking disappointment.
It was a huge disappointment. And then we also have Watch Dogs.
Hey, watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Come on. Let's admit it.
It was good. The DLC with T-Dog, not T-Dog. Yeah, T-Dog, yeah.
When it comes to Ubisoft, especially in the past few years, they can't have a game upon release. They need delays, but they want to shovel out 5 games a year, like EA and Activision does. No, excuse me, not Activision. Every other game company out there.
All those goddamn 2K games.
They want to shovel out 5 games a year. So how do you do that? You rush the shit. You make sure that you get everything out as soon as possible. It's pretty enough. So you get things subpar at 900p instead of what could be 4K already. That is a problem already. And then you also have bugs that could... What's up with day one patches?
I never understood that. It's like
because they're rushing out games that should have been delayed. Delays are good. I remember having seen a quote by... shit. Let me pull it up real quick.
Okay, why are you looking it up? The main, okay, so...
I have a really good quote. Hold on.
Speaking of like...
Okay, here's the quote. A delayed game is eventually good. A bad game is bad forever. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh yeah, that's my man right there.
Yeah, so let's just talk about that. A delayed game is eventually good. So why do companies persist on day one patches? Or 700 patches throughout the game's lifespan? Let's admit it, a big AAA game doesn't last that long anymore.
True.
It lasts maybe 2 to 3 years. When was the last time you played Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Your point is dead.
No, but continue what you're saying, because I might have something to talk about.
Okay.
So like 3 weeks ago.
Alright, the average person that's not an Ubisoft fan will lose their attention.
Sure.
Okay, so you're gonna play Assassin's Creed. It's the same game over and over again.
Okay.
Okay. Except Black Flag, it has ships and pirates and badassery.
Black people. I'm not being racist, but they have black people.
Innovation, people! Innovation, ladies and gentlemen, innovation. I mean, it's the same rehash over and over and over again. I mean, it's formulaic. You would think Ubisoft would be able to have this down by now. But no, what's up with the bugs and patches? You have in Assassin's Creed Unity missing faces, people disappearing left and right as you turn a corner. On the first few weeks of that. They're spending too much time trying to move in microtransactions and other really shitty business practices into one game that should be a single-player game that's coherent and complete and fluid. But no, they want to have all these other things included. So why do you need day one patches when it should be completed already?
Well, okay, I can agree with you on that to an extent, because there's also people who, well, besides the day one patches, let's say it's the first week, right? Mm-hmm. What do most like severe gamers and beta testers normally do? What's the first thing they try to do? Exploit the game and break it.
Yeah, that's what a beta tester should be.
Yes, but there are some things that slip through the cracks. You know, not everyone's perfect at beta testing. Even game developers and programmers and stuff like, oh shit, you know? So, I would understand that, but when you have like 10 plus patches within the first year of the game's release, it wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Like, Smash Bros, for example, that's what we're going back to Nintendo. Smash Bros, right now it's on patch 1.4.5 or something like that. They had a day one patch.
Yeah, they did.
Because they forgot to compatible with something with like the 3DS. The 3DS has its own set of patches because now the new 3DS is coming out that it's going to do with the amiibos and the Street Pass. You don't need all that shit. You don't.
It's just gimmicks, and they're updating all this so that they can have a better experience. And they're also fixing the really, really bad patches that were in beta on the 3DS version. And from then on, they had a different platform to work on, which was Wii U. I'm not defending Nintendo in any way, because they're starting to hop on the whole bad business practice bandwagon. I mean, they do it okay, better than other companies, but they're still guilty. And back to Evolve, the success of Evolve is just going to encourage these bad business practices.
You know what this shit reminds you of? Fucking Titanfall.
Titanfall, okay. I've sunk about 200 hours in Titanfall.
Why?
Because I found it fun, but I found the problems in it when I passed 150 hours. So it felt, I know they had a beta, but it might as well have been called an alpha. Because
Wait, shut
until the latest expansion, and we're in like expansion number 3 by now. It feels like it just got out of beta, which is horrible. And I don't know why I sunk so much time in Titanfall. It was just addicting.
Was it the hype?
It wasn't the hype for me. I just found it addicting. I know I'm a special case, but most people play for the hype because it got, what, 64 E3 awards?
You know, did they do E3 awards for the most fuck-ups? Because I would have given that, you know, like, hands down.
Hey, I don't trust E3 for anything anymore. It's all lies.
But the video game awards, they kind of...
I mean, if you went to E3, they'll show you pre-made clips.
Yeah. It's like you think you're actually playing, but it's just like some simple, like, fucking mathematics that, alright, this person's gonna go left, right, backwards.
Yeah, and you're looking at a complete lie. And then you open up the game. It goes from what should be 1080p, and then you get 900p. It's a little noticeable when you're playing on a PC monitor for so long, and you can notice the differences and the shadow textures and...
So where you can see yourself PC Master Race?
No. Because my laptop is shit.
Okay. Alright. Clarification, everybody.
I don't subscribe to PC Master Race because I'm not there. But it's good enough to know the differences between what should be 900p and 1080p. You can notice these things if you look at a desktop screen for so long that you can just notice just textures model themselves as you walk to.
Gotcha.
That's basically how all the tessellation and AXS work. And you're just seeing everything render right in front of you. And then the higher the resolution, the faster pace the game is made, and the stronger your GPU is, then you're going to understand the differences. And again, with the PS4, Xbox One, they're supposed to be the way they are. So, anyways, back to Evolve.
It's like we go to Google and play back to Evolve.
Yeah.
That's how much you fucking hate Evolve.
I don't think I'm going to hate Evolve so much because it brings me back memories from Left 4 Dead. But I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of I didn't pre-order it because I've learned my lessons over the years.
Well, I don't have an Xbox. Well, I
learned my lesson with Titanfall. That was my most recent pre-order. Before that, it was Halo.
I fucking pre-ordered that damn Dragon Ball Z though for the PS4.
I'm talking about Halo 3. That was my last pre-order before Titanfall.
What the fuck, dude?
I have never liked pre-orders, but I was excited for Titanfall. And then I discovered, oh, this is a beta. This is not the full game.
So you don't like pre-order perks at all?
I hate pre-orders.
Why?
Because it's bullshit.
Well, why is it bullshit?
Because the game isn't finished. I want to buy a game that's finished.
It depends on the game you're getting.
Exactly, like, come on, pre-orders.
I will pre-order Nintendo games because they finish their games.
Midnight releases? Don't you just love midnight releases at least?
I hate them.
I don't like getting up at midnight for a game.
Well, then you don't fucking get up at midnight.
You're saying you enjoy midnight release?
I'm sorry. Recently, I've been a busy person. I have work, I have bills to pay, I have a life.
What are you trying to say, bitch? No, you know what? We're talking about this right here, right now. Fuck the script. We're doing this. The way how like GameStop, Best Buy, and all those, what they did now was for everyone to get it at exactly midnight somewhere else in the world, because you know that there's mountain time, there's all that other shit.
Time zones.
Yeah, the different time zones. We will get it 2 hours before the Eastern time does, because it's midnight over there. So you're not getting it at midnight, you're getting it around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
But couldn't you also do that online, on the computer, on digital, and still not be able to smell like balls and sweat?
You
And
can.
Doritos and Mountain Dew?
MLG Pro, baby. No, I understand that, but also you also have to think about the fact that something like let's go again to the Pokemon Super Smash Brothers midnight release. They came out the same day.
Yeah.
I went to the GameStop release for Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I got food, I got Super Smash Bros. Tournament belts, 2 posters, 2-sided posters that hooked us up with both, and I got to battle people, kick their ass, and take their Pokemon before the game even started. What?
Wait, what games were we talking about?
Smash Bros. And Pokemon.
Okay, we're talking about Nintendo pre-releases. Those things are
I'm talking about midnight releases in general.
That's not in general. Those are very specific.
Nintendo doesn't matter because they also midnight release for Advanced Warfare, for Call of Duty.
How was that?
That was also 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock release. And people, because GameStop, they weren't able to, because where I live, there's a mall right next to the other GameStop that has this, so both midnight releases were there. But what they did was, for people who got there early, they hooked up the TVs so you could play the game for a bit before the game came out.
Gotcha.
So it's the store, not the main manufacturer.
Yeah.
They hook you up. I got dog tags. They gave us a discount on season passes. Of course, I have to hook up my dad with season pass because I got it for his birthday. So I gave him the whole kit caboodle. And then the people who got the main consoles, like the bundles, they were able to get theirs first so they can leave early so there wasn't a riot. It was pretty good. Midnight releases for me, it's like an experience.
Yeah,
because you always get free shit. And out of the time, I've gotten fed like 3 times. Like in New York, when the 3DS first came out, Reggie Fils-Aimé, you know, the president of Nintendo America, he went to Best Buy in New York, and he fed people Chipotle.
I remember hearing about that.
Chipotle, they were showing like, you know, the games and stuff like that, and you got to shake his hand and he personally gave you deals.
That's fine, but you know a lot of people pre-order digitally, so.
Yes, a lot of people do.
And then you're missing that entire experience. And then I think, well, at least digital pre-orders should be stopped. Because you don't get all my free shit. You just get the game early.
Yeah, it's true.
It takes the life out of the event.
Sony hooks you up with digital with a PlayStation exclusive pre-orders. Like for Assassin's Creed Rogue.
I guess, but isn't it as exciting as all these Nintendo events?
Sure.
Bribery.
Yeah, it's bribery.
It's good bribery. I'll take free posters and figurines and Chipotle from Reggie.
Hell yeah, it's Reggie's Chipotle for the win. So what you got? I got Reggie Chipotle.
My ass is ready for Chipotle afterwards.
Holy shit. But he didn't give me no guac though. Guac is extra. Alright guys, I think that's enough today for the PRS versus podcast. But
we're gonna wrap up with our channel names, and again, I am Reikan from Overly Critical Otakus. We're starting up our Facebook page right now, and we'll give that link in the description below. And come like our Facebook too, because we'll be doing announcements there, and you can follow me there as well, and you'll see a lot of funny shit here and there. So I'll keep you entertained.
And once again, over here, it's DJ PRS from Mr. DJ PRS. I know, right? But what you can do is you can, give this a thumbs up, subscribe for more, funny shenanigans, video game let's plays, and all that. But also, in the description, you can go to my Bandcamp, which is bandcamp.com/DJPRS. You can go follow me on Twitch at DJPRS. I play a lot of games on PS4 with my friends. What you can also do is just subscribe to, once again, Only Critical Otakus, to Slifs, and just thank you guys, and have a good night.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is 18+.
This'll be easy. Relax, just try harder in the next round.
Finally.
This is it. Give it your best shot. Your